And you want to jeopardize all that because you have a soft spot for the good old days. What better way of saying that if I'm assuming the position I once denied? Thanks to you. It's not going to make things better. I'm not talking about a killing spree. I'm talking about divine justice, about punishing the wicked, raining fire and brimstone. It's all about that, man. I just don't know about this stuff. There hasn't been an angel of death since you quit. Doesn't that mean anything to you? Besides, what if you're wrong? Like, oh, we go. I'm wrong. What even matter? Like you said, we go through the ark and we forgive an hour.
You know, we live in the now, so all we're ever today is today. You're worried about tomorrow. You're worried about tomorrow and the things that we don't.
Good morning, shoppers. Have you seen the overnights? We creamed them. And last night was a rerun. Which says to me, the 6 months we have to get ready and prepare the very Stanley Christmas pay-per-view special, we can produce history-making numbers. The record is held by some shock jock New York thing, but I see no reason why our little cash pony here can supersede that. I didn't realize we had guests. Who are these gentlemen with? Excuse me? May I ask, what are you doing in my boardroom?
My friend Bob will be here. He's going to say a few words, and then we'll be out of your way. We're going to Jersey, actually. By the look at the decor, I am assumed that I'm guessing correctly that this is the corporate headquarters for the Stanley Productions International?
You guessed correctly. Now, may I ask, who the fuck are you, and two, what the fuck are you doing in my boardroom?
Take it away, mon ami.
I just want to start off by apologizing. My friend Loki here has a penchant towards the dramatic, so he's making me do this. Usually I don't even involve myself in his affairs, but he hasn't done this in a while, so, he wants me.
Can you just read up their rights already?
Stanley the Silver Pony, created by Jack R. Stanley, a former professor, in 1989, bought over by the Complex Corporation in 1991, and broadcast nationally as the Stanley Fun Time Hour. It picked up a large following of children, ages 3 to 8, spawned 16 records, 2 theatrical films, 8 primetime specials, and bi-coastal theme parks dubbed Stanley World. Did I miss anything?
You forgot Stanley Magazine. Do you have a point to this?
You and your board are idolaters.
How did you forget the magazine, man? This is you. You know much about voodoo? It's a very interesting practice. Very similar to Satanism, just not much of a religion, really. No doctrine and faith. It's just an arrangement of superstitions, the most famous of which is the voodoo doll. A mock-up of an individual is subject to various pokes and thrones. The main idea is that the individual will eventually feel the effects.
Call security now.
All lines are down.
Again, I apologize for my friends.
Can you just get on with it?
You are responsible for raising an icon that draws worship from the Lord. You have broken the first commandment, but more importantly, I'm afraid that not one of you passes for a decent human being. Your continued existence is a mockery of morality. Like Mr. Bernard here, for example. Last year, he cheated on his wife of 18 years, 8 times, twice with prostitutes. He even had sex with her best friend while she was at her garden club meeting, and he was at home supposedly watching the kids.
And the bed you and her shared, no less.
You got your girlfriend drunk at last year's Christmas party and then paid some kid from the mailroom to sleep with her, just so you could break up with her guilt-free the next morning when she sobbingly confessed to you. She killed herself 3 weeks later, but you sent flowers to her wake. Mrs. Pereira disowned her gay son. Mr. Turnard put his mother in a third-rate nursing home and used the profits when he sold her house to buy himself an oriental rug. Mr. Grobowski flew to the Philippines on the company's account and had sex with an 11-year-old boy. Yeah. Miss Hawks here approved the use of unsafe and toxic materials in the company's product line because they were cost efficient. And you're an innocent. You've led a good life and have never abused your power here.
Good job.
But you, Mr. Woodman, you have more skeletons in your closet than this entire assembly. I can't even mention them out loud.
You're her father, you sick fuck.
Can I go there?
Go on, you crazy kid. You know, with the exception of Miss Price, there's not a decent human being amongst any of you. Not one. Do you know what makes a human being decent? Fear. And therein lies the problem. You have nothing to fear anymore. You all rest comfortably behind your powerful chairs, hiding behind your false idol, far from judgment. All shrouded lives, keeping everything from each other, but not from God. I almost forgot my little voodoo doll. You know, he really does look a lot like you. I don't believe in voodoo. But I do believe in this. Nothing wrong. They were bad people. You're a pure soul. You didn't say God bless you when I sneezed.
Loki!
You're getting off light.
Sadist fuck.